What is up? It is your girl Tosca. Trying to keep it kind of quiet because my cats are sleeping. Well, I'm going to show you. She's right. She literally just, as soon as we met, it was like she just wanted to love on me. So happy. Alright, so this is 2 a.m. Talks, and this was a requested video on how I manifested, how I manifest my life, and just how things kind of happened for me in more ways than I can ever really kind of imagine. This was a requested video from a subscriber of mine who has had a couple of personal readings with me, and she asked me, well, you keep talking about manifesting, and what is that about, and so I felt the need to kind of maybe educate you guys a little bit on manifesting and how that works, because it is a little bit different from the law of attraction and the law of assumption. So you have the law of attraction is part of the law of the universe. It's one of the laws of the universe. Okay? So I hope filming on this bed is actually comfortable. More comfortable than the chair, but at least I'm, my butt feels nice. Oh, I'm getting a text message. Okay, so how I manifest. This is a very interesting subject because I've never really been able to put into words how I manifest. It's just always it's just come to be. It's just happened for me, Whether it's money, whether it's my cats, or a new car, or my place, my house, or just anything in general, really. I've never really been able to put into words how I manifest. I just know that it's happened for me, okay? So, and that it takes a little bit of faith. It takes faith to manifest. So before I get started, I'm going to send you guys some light and love. Guys, some of you are feeling, first of all, I want to say sorry about the lighting in this room. It's just so weird. I might need a light guy to fix the lighting, or I need like the ring, or something. Sorry guys. But okay, so before I get started, I feel like some of you guys are looking for answers, and you're looking through like YouTube videos after YouTube videos after YouTube videos to really find like the real answers. You want something that is of substance, you don't like the frilliness, you want something like more solid, because anyone can read, to be honest with you, anyone can read tarot cards, and not all, again, like what I said before, not all tarot not all tarot readers are psychic. Like, they could just be, buy a tight deck of cards and just throw them out there. But some of you guys are really looking for answers. Some of you guys are really looking for a solution to problems in life. And when we always want to find a solution to problems, but sometimes we just gotta back off from the problem in the first place. Just let it go and just relax, relax your mind, your body, your soul, okay? And just let things kind of happen. Okay. So some of you guys are still feeling kind of lonely, so I want you to know that there's people in this community that want to help you. There's people who want to bring you answers, want to bring you at least comfort, and I want my channel to really kind of be like a safe place for people to really be able to kind of express themselves in a positive way. And yeah, that I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you. Okay? Sometimes that's all you can really say, is that you're here for people. So all right, so in regards to manifesting, some people think of manifesting as some kind of magical woo-woo kind of thing. It's got this metaphysical like thing attached to it, but in reality, manifesting, all of us do it. It doesn't matter if you are a young, impoverished orphan in the middle of the woods or whatever with no place to go, or the king of the world. Everyone is manifesting. Everyone manifests, and it's subconscious. So I'm going to kind of separate these three subjects, because this video is just going to be about manifesting. And I know manifesting has kind of been linked with the law of attraction and the law of assumption. And these two laws, like the law of attraction and the law of assumption, they're parts of the laws of the universe. So that they are already on a different level. They're a little bit more dogmatic in terms of what they do and what they are, because the approach of the law of attraction is that you have to follow these other steps to get to the law of attraction, okay? But manifesting is different, because we're all doing it every day, subconsciously, unconsciously, and we're always, I don't know, like, we're always trying to figure things out right away, and that's when kind of manifestations kind of happen. So I'm going to start with my first recollection of manifesting, and I was still in 5th grade when this happened, and it was my birthday, and so my family decided to take me out, and we went out to dinner, me and my cousins, and we went to this really nice restaurant in New York City, and adjacent to our table was the Backstreet Boys. I'm not even kidding. It was the Backstreet Boys. and they were having their dinner, they were hanging out with some friends, and they sang happy birthday to me and gave me an autograph. So back in the day, they didn't even have Instagram. I guess this was like in 98 or 99. They didn't have autographs back in the day, so or not autographs, they didn't have Instagram or social media back then. So my word was, hey, I got an autograph from the Backstreet Boys, and it was really, really nice. And I realized recently at that point that, like, you manifested that. It's like, you manifested that? Yeah, you manifested that. Like, come on. You've manifested. So we all manifest things that happen to us, good and bad. If you are in a relationship that, like, girls, if you want to manifest like a bad boy that's all tatted up and he's hot and stuff like that, great if that's what you want. But if you're manifesting a quote-unquote a bad boy, the universe will give you a bad boy, a really bad one, like a really shitty one, like the one that's going to make you cry, the one that's probably a womanizer, the one that's probably not going to treat you right. Okay, so you have to be very clear with what you want. This is why in some of the personal readings that I've said, be very clear with what you want. Be very clear with really what you want, because when you manifest, the one thing that you start to figure out is you start to become self-aware. It's like, oh, I thought that's what I wanted, but that's actually not really what I wanted. I wanted something completely different from that. And you change over time, which is why I don't do the videos of, oh, who does this person like, and what is the type of woman this person wants to be. I don't do that, because that's based off of superfluous ideology. That's based off of something that's so fleeting, and people can change instantly. It's my cat. She's like, what did you do? Just snap your fingers. But when we manifest fast, and we let it go to the universe. Okay? So everything that we have, everything that we own, our parents, our family, our friends, our pets, everyone that's our co-workers, everything that surrounds us was manifested at one point. And they are all almost as if it's a reflection of us, like a projection of us in some way, shape, or form. And we learn to grow from that. So when we manifest, again, be very clear. So manifesting is kind of interesting, because it forces you to really think about what you truly want from a relationship, from a person, from a place, from a job, from whatever. And it puts you in that position where you really have to kind of be self-aware of what you want. So I wanted to show you this crystal. This is one of the things that I use for manifesting. And I know I showed it in a couple of videos. This is Black Moonstone. I have manifested money with this. I have manifested a guy with this. I have manifested love and my cats with this, and this is a really good stone to have while manifesting. You want to give your manifestations a little bit of time. You want to give your manifestations time to digest, to, like when someone gives birth, when a woman gives birth, right? They're not going to have the baby the same day. They'll probably have the baby in, I don't know, 9 months, right? I think it's 9 months. Yeah, it's 9 months. I don't even know because I've never been pregnant. But you want to give it like some time to kind of happen. So one of the things I really like to do is I like to take a salt bath, meditate, clear my mind, and I like to use an oil, and I don't have it with me right now, but it's called cinnamon oil. And cinnamon is really good for attracting things, especially if you're trying to manifest money or abundance or just stuff like that. So manifesting money, cinnamon is really good for that. I would take a cinnamon stick and I would put it in my wallet, and that's how I know like cash flow is gonna come in and out of my wallet. Okay, so cinnamon is really good for that. And yeah, those are some tips that I use. I take a salt bath, clear my mind, light an incense, and the whole point is to let go of stress. Don't stress about it. Don't stress about, like, you see how my cat was sleeping? Like, she's not stressing about anything in life. When we manifest, we know that we're in a good place in our lives. We're happy. We're in a beautiful spot in our lives. You almost have to feel like you're in paradise when you are manifesting. So, black moonstone. And then the other thing that I have is my journal. So journaling has been a part of me since 2018. I've been journaling almost at least twice a week if I can't get to it. But journaling has helped me relieve a lot of stress on my mind and a lot of blockages, especially blockages when it comes to money, because I've been homeless before. I've been broke before. I mean, I've gone through a lot of things in my life where it was painful, and I know my parents wouldn't want me to know that I went through a lot of things in my life that maybe should have never happened, but I feel like those things kind of happened for me because I really wanted to, I guess in a way, I wanted to really make something of myself and really know that, hey, I can get myself out of any situation. And I got myself out of homelessness. I've got myself out of really, 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 really scary situations. So yeah, it's worked out for me. I got my place. I manifested this place for about 6 months, and I moved in here in February. So for 6 long ass months, it was just a pain in my it was a pain in my ass. And then but I was staying with a friend who had cats, And so I was like, it would be nice to have cats, but I was like, someday. I mean, I don't even know when, but eventually I'll get a pet cat or 2 cats. And and I'm gonna tell you my little success story, my recent success story. So the past month I've been like walking around my area, and I've just been like jogging and stuff, and I've been seeing these cats, and I've been seeing one in particular that looked like Sabrina. It was white, but it wasn't as fluffy as Sabrina. It was white with the black spots, and he had a black spot on his ears, and I said, oh, what a cute cat. And it was staring directly at me, like just staring at me, like looking into my soul. You know, they say that cats are psychic. So it was like just staring at me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And one day I found that same cat on my front lawn, and it was hot as hell outside. It was just sitting out there by my mailbox, just chilling, right? And I looked at him, and he looked straight at me, and I was looking from the window, and he looked straight at me, and he's like, and I'm like, what? And then I didn't think of anything of it, and I said, it might be nice to have a pet cat. I'm a little bit, alone. So at the right place and at the right time, I'm going to get a cat, or maybe 2 cats, that would help me, that would help me out of my loneliness and out of my sadness. And, they say that the cat chooses their owner. So I said, well, at the right place and at the right time, the cat will be delivered to me at my door. And lo and behold, a couple weeks ago, someone had said, oh, I have a couple of cats. The owner is deceased, just passed away, and the cats need a home. And I said, hey, I'm interested in a cat, but I wasn't sure because I've been rejected before from adopting a cat for whatever reason. And this lady was like, okay, well, I do have a couple of cats that you might want, da 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 da. And I said, okay. And I literally just closed my eyes. She sent me an email. I signed the papers, and I said, hey, alright, here's the cats. If you want to deliver it to me, I'm here on a Saturday, blah, 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 blah. Literally last Saturday, she just came here and she delivered the cats to me. And it's the same kind. It's like Sabrina has like the black spots on her head. And I'm just like, that's amazing. Like, how did I do that so quickly? You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very specific with what you want and what you want the outcome to be. You have to go in with a positive attitude, with faith in knowing that things are going to happen for you. So I'm going to tell you another story. It took a little bit of time, but years ago, this is a little bit personal, but years ago, I was like in my worst part of my life. Like, I was truly depressed. And I know I've said this story before, and I would just think about, like, I was in love with this guy who obviously did not love me back. So I ended up, I went on a spiral, and I cried. I was crying, and I was 21 years old, 2022, yeah, something like that, 2021, and I was spiraling, and I was like, I'm going to meet a guy someday that's going to love me for me, and maybe it might not start out the way we both wanted it to, but it's going to end up the way we both want it to. And I would just think about this guy and go to sleep feeling like I was already in his arms, or like I was already like with this person. And granted, I was single for most of my life. It just happened to be that way. And I never met this guy until around the pandemic, when the COVID thing started. And it scared the hell out of me, because I was like, holy shit, you're the guy. You're the guy. I didn't think you existed, but you're the guy. you're the person. So when we manifest, we always have to have like almost that faith and that hope that things are happening for us. It may not happen at the moment we want it to happen, but you have to have faith that it will happen when it has to happen, when it's meant to happen. I've manifested money. I've manifested 3 businesses. I've, from the ground up, built it. I had a fashion business for about 3 years. I manifested this house, and I manifested this YouTube channel. Everything happens at the right place and at the right time. And so you always have to feel in your heart that you are doing your best, and it's okay if you don't have all your eggs in one basket. But at the right place and at the right time, you are going to meet that person, or you are going to have that dream life that you want. And be very specific. Again, I'm telling you, manifesting is going to force you to soul search, to do a lot of soul searching. It's just the way it is. Because what you think you want is not what you truly want. And then you have to get emotional with it. You have to be emotionally involved with it. Emotion is an acronym for energy in motion. Whatever you put your energy into, it attracts. You know, whatever you put your mind into, there's a saying, it's by a writer, his name is Norman Vincent Peale, and there's a couple of books that, if you guys are interested in manifesting, there's a couple of books like, there's a couple of books that I'm going to put on the description box so that you guys know what to look for. These are cut and dry books. These books are kind of like outdated, but they're really, 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 really useful. And also, if you have ever heard of like Neville Goddard and people like that, these are people who can teach you a lot about manifesting. But anyway, Norman Vincent Peale was supposed to be a quote-unquote motivational speaker back in the day, back in like the 1920s. And he said a quote which always stayed with me: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now, what do you think that means? Some people say, well, whatever you put your mind into, you can you can make it happen, make it work, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it doesn't matter what it is, it can achieve. It's going to manifest. Whatever you see in your mind, you're going to manifest it in this 3D plane. And I don't know if I said this earlier in this video, but you know, in Christianity, in the Christian religion, same as the Muslim religion and Judaism, but in the Christian religion, there was a prayer called the Lord's Prayer. And, you know, it's where Jesus says, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." So whatever you have set your mind on the things above, you're going to manifest it here on earth, right? It also says in the Bible has a lot of really interesting metaphysical ideas on manifestations. It also teaches about healing, like Reiki healing, and just so many different stuff. But it's not the issue that I have with religion, and I'll get that in another video, is the institutionalized religion, but that's a whole different story. But I do believe in like the spiritual aspect of Christianity. But whatever, you know, whatever we set our minds on, positive, we're going to see it manifest in this world. And that's just the way it works. We all have the ability to do it. We all have the ability to make things happen for us. We just have to like sit back and watch things happen. So for example, if I am manifesting more income in my life, something that I will normally see is the universe will start sending me signs. For example, it starts sending me like 222, 777, 888. Like I'll start seeing synchronicities. That's how I know something is changing. When I got my cat, 2 weeks before I got my cat, I saw that stray cat at least 3 or 4 more times before I got my cat. And so I'm like, oh, it was telling me that I'm, you know, it's kind of like a sign from the universe. You have to be aware with your surroundings. The other thing is you're going to start seeing minor changes in the way you're thinking. You're going to start seeing like, oh, maybe I can adjust how I see this relationship going. So if, let's say you're in a relationship and you want it to be like a better relationship, you're not just going to take it to be like the good and the bad. You're just going to be like, okay, I can't change my partner, but what I can change is how I see my partner, that kind of thing. If, you know, if people are, or if your family is kind of like, no, you have to be this way or that way, or you have to behave a certain way, and they're kind of forcing you to be put in a box, and you're very like out of the box kind of person, then what you do is you limit your time with your family and you go out and do what you have to do for your own self, for your own life. Now if you're a minor, I would still live with my parents. But I feel as though parents need to be just, at least in my case, I wish my parents were a lot more lenient to me. But I do know now what I want my children, like my future children, to have and what I never got as a child. So when we manifest, we start to recalibrate, we start to learn, we start to understand what we truly, truly want. And then we focus on that. We focus on the positive things, because manifesting is neutral. That's the other side of it. Manifesting can be neutral. It's not always going to be positive. Sometimes there's negative effects, and sometimes we get assaulted, sometimes we get into fights, sometimes we get put, innocent people get put into prison, things like that. Like, really bad things happen. But when we manifest, we always have to kind of uplift ourselves and say, like, we're gonna get through this. And it's a very almost a humbling experience to kind of know that something like this can actually work. We can actually have what we want. And that's why we have to be very clear with how much money you want in your bank account, how much money you want, how much money you want your business to be making, how many cats do you want, how many, dogs do you want, how many cars do you want, how many houses do you want. Anything is limitless when it comes to manifesting. You can just write it all down in your manifestation journal. And for me, I start getting dreams, and I start getting very vivid dreams when manifestations start to happen. So this is my manifestation video. I might do another one that's more clear cut, I guess. This was more of like a, let me just get this out there, and for you guys to kind of get started on your journey, because I feel like especially with my YouTube channel, this was something that I never thought would happen. And for 5 years I've been like constantly fighting myself, like, I will never start a YouTube channel, I can't do it, and now that I have done it, and now that I have a following, I truly believe that manifestation is real. And to know that I've reached almost 500 subscribers in a month. The first 3 months of starting my YouTube channel was like so slow. I didn't even think this was gonna happen, but I had this great idea that I would do a tarot reading on the Johnny Depp trial, and it just spiraled from there. Like, things happen and things move in ways that we just never think they would. So give the universe a little room to do its magic and let it do its thing, and always think positive. I'm always at the right place and at the right time. I'm always affirmations, I'm healthy, I am wealthy, I am happy, I am joyful, I am relaxed. I know that everything has been paid for. I know that my life is created by me. Like, I am the source of my own abundance, right? So I want you guys to know that we create our own reality through manifestations, and to be aware of that is really, really, it's really something magical that I never thought. Again, a lot of us never thought that things wouldn't happen a certain way, but it does. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll probably make a part 2 of this, because if you want to go a little bit deeper into manifesting, or I might put it on my Patreon. I don't know yet, but if you want to go a little bit deeper into manifesting, there's some mantras that will help you with your thought process, because you really want to go in with a clear and sound mind before you start manifesting, because you don't want to just manifest anything or anyone. Like, you're not going to go on a dating website and start dating everyone and see which one sticks. No, you're going to go there and you're going to put your intentions, and you're going to see where it takes you. Don't half-ass it. Don't half-ass your manifestations. So this is my video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I will probably do a part 2 to go a little bit deeper into understanding it, because it does go into like your subconscious mind and all that. So I hope you guys have a good night. Sabrina is sleeping. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend. Bye guys. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. I try to respond to all of them, but again, I'll put my email address in the description box below. It's totallytosca@gmail.com, and I will do my best to get back at you. Alright? Bye guys. Peace out.